Good morning. It's Friday morning, May 8th, 2020, and it's time for your morning walk with me, Sophfronia. This week, I did an interview with my friend Brian Allain, who does Writing for Your Life, Publishing in Color, Compassionate Christianity, these wonderful conferences, and he's been interviewing authors. And this week, oh, by the way, this interview is going to air tomorrow, so I'll post links to that. But he was asking me about how my faith was getting me through this time of COVID-19, through the pandemic. And, that's a big question to unpack. But when I think about what I've observed, and this also brought me back to something I was saying to you last week about how I felt that as a writer, I needed to be writing. When I looked at what other people are doing, I saw people leaning into their gifts. So, for example, my classmate Corey and my friend Janet Simmons, they can sew. Right? And so they're making these beautiful masks for all these people. My friend Rob Bazzuro, who is an emergency room doctor here in a hospital in our area, he is leaning into his gifts as a doctor, but also as a communicator, because he's been keeping us posted on how to take care of ourselves. My friend Terry Tempest Williams, who has this gift for seeing what needs to be cared for, especially in our environment. And she did this wonderful project with her students at the Harvard Divinity School that she spoke of on her Instagram feed. I recommend you look that up. But I see people doing the thing that they were meant to do. And when I think of that, we use that phrase, God-given gifts. I think this is when our gifts come into play, that our faith getting us through something is not necessarily about praying for God to do something. It's about using the gifts that God has given us to be in partnership, because he means for us to step in and make things better. And I think in turn, it helps us too, right? If we're focusing on using our gifts to help others, it kind of takes the fear and the anxiety outside of us. So I think that the phrase that comes to mind for me is trust your gifts. Trust the thing that you already know how to do better than anyone else, and find a way to do that thing in the time of this pandemic. I think if you trust your gifts, you'll find your way through this. And we'll all be the better for it. I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to keep writing. And I hope you'll think about what you do really well and bring it to the world. Take care. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.